Welcome everyone to today's Empyrion Workshop Showcase. Join me as we take a look at the SCV Raptor Mark I. Today's design is the SCV Raptor Mark I, and it is an unlock level 20 size class 8 small vessel coming to us from creator Goons. Now this originally caught my attention on the workshop because of the very nice looking thumbnail that had me saying, hey, that's a nice looking capital vessel. It was only after accessing the workshop page and looking at the additional pictures that I realized this was a small vessel. This vessel is also built around an artwork theme concept of a ship. So what the creator did was look at the exterior artwork design for the ship and made it as best as possible. That means the inside of the ship was left entirely up to their own creativity. And what we have here as a result is a very attractive looking small vessel. Now visually, one of the first things I noticed about this is the additional docking pads all around the interior lining of the ship. We do have landing gears in normal places, so it's interesting that these are used both in a cosmetic sense and in what implies to me the option for a very specialized landing pad. You can see here we have matching sets that go on the underside and on the top side, thus again implying that this is for cosmetic purposes. However, you can always, with the right setup, dock this underside of a landing pad and then walk out, or you can have some sort of landing docking pad area which hooks the ship onto it. On the back side, we have these very nice lit up sections that give you the feel of it having very large thrusters for flying through space, and as we approach we will see a ramp extend down. However, it doesn't extend far enough for us to actually get into it without running and jumping or using your jetpack. Immediately as you come in the door, on one side you will have 3 tall standing cargo boxes, and on the other side you will have 6 shorter cargo boxes. This gives you plenty of storage right inside the door. And behind the panels along the flooring here, you actually will find your ammo boxes below everything else. So if you are wondering where your ammo boxes are, they are stuck inside behind the panels. So if you are one of those people like me that prefers to just access the cargo box or ammo box by using F, you will want to take those little panels off. Now over to the side of our entering hallway, we have a nice little bedroom area where we have a shelf, a little bed section, and, you know, it looks like a nice little cozy home for somebody while they're in the ship traveling. Over here we have some shelves in the wall, which of course, until we can actually drop and place things like some other games are allowing you to do, this really doesn't serve any purpose other than the visuals. So you can always take the shelves out and then put some smaller cargo boxes in there. Up above the shelves we have shutter doors concealing some O2 tanks. Over here we have a stack of 3 corner shelves, and right next to them an armor locker, which gives a very nice little cozy appearance here. To the side here we have our mobile constructor, a fridge, a cargo box, and then a little kitchen oven type setup here. To the side we have another in-wall shelf type thing with one of the corner shelves, which right here I can say go ahead and plan to probably take this out and either put another mobile constructor here or a cargo box if you want. And over to the side we have an O2 station as well, plus another cargo box here in the floor. And then we have the same setup but a more open shelving area, which you will need to take out some stuff to put in more cargo boxes if that's what you want to do here. Once again, we also have shutter doors up above that conceal our O2 tanks. Heading up the little stairway ramp, we come up to this nice little area where we see some very nice visual piping, as well as having 3 more cargo boxes tucked over to the side. Over here we have our lavatory area where we have a shower and our little sink, which is actually pretty high up. But hey, you gotta make do with what the devs give you. We also have a cargo box by the door, and then 2 more cargo boxes here right by the shower and the window outside. Now in this section we have a nice table with 4 passenger seats and 2 little side tables between them, along with more decorative piping and a nice decorative table setup. Taking the long hallway on the main bulk of the ship, we have 2 side doors, and each of these will lead outside to the upper deck area of the ship, which again to me implies the idea of using the additional docking pads not just for visuals, but actually for docking with a special type landing pad, so you can just walk out here and maybe having a little ramp that extends down, allowing you to walk up into the capital vessel or base you're docking to. And at the end of the hallway, we have our pilot's area, where we have 2 passenger seats to the side and a little table again. And over to the side here, we have another bed. And then, of course, we have our pilot seat and our detector up front. Behind this little kitchenette area, we do have our warp drive. So this is warp capable for getting you to those short range jumps. Once again, this is the SCV Raptor Mark I, and it is an unlock level 20 size class 8 small vessel. It carries 11 fuel tanks for a total capacity of 6,600 fuel, and even sitting still with the thrusters turned off, I only have a little over 4 hours of use. This design is definitely not one of the more power efficient models you can use. It also comes with 11 oxygen tanks, giving you a total capacity of 4,250 O2, but only needs 2 oxygen to fill it up, spread across the 4 ventilators. It also has the 1 oxygen station, and of course, no medic stations or clone chambers, being a small vessel. For your weaponry, it comes with 4 railguns, 4 rocket launchers, and 4 pulse lasers. Now, if of course you are one of those that prefers the homing missiles, you can always upgrade to that. And this also comes with 17 cargo boxes and 6 ammo boxes, along with the 1 fridge and 1 mobile constructor. Now, building wise, this will of course need mostly iron and sathium to build it. You'll also need a decent amount of copper and silicon, but nothing that is too extreme to get by unlock level 20. The more problematic parts will be of course the cobalt, erestrum, zascosium, and neodymium. Now let me go ahead and say I think this is a fantastic looking design visually. Goons has done a great job creating this design from the artwork he was inspired by. It also features a very nice aesthetic look to the interior of the ship, which makes it feel more like a realistic vessel. But in terms of gameplay, it is a bit limited. With only the 1 mobile constructor and the number of cargo boxes it has currently, it does suffer a bit compared to cheaper to build vessels. Like I said, you can always upgrade the rocket launchers to the homing variation if you want, or swap out some of the other weapons. However, its actual flying capability is better for forward thrust and moving as sort of a luxury liner rather than a dogfighter. It suffers from a slower turn rate, and it suffers a good bit from a slow side-to-side speed. This definitely does not have the maneuverability that I would expect you to need for PvP style gameplay. Now, of course, when it comes to the build cost, it's not the most expensive thing to build, but there are better, more functional designs you can build. This, to me, overall is meant more for a later game type of show-off vessel where you say, hey, I have all these extra resources. Let's build something that looks good just so I can have it docked on my capital vessel or my base and make things look nicer. Once again, this is the SCV Raptor Mark I from creator Goons, and if you would like to check it out in the workshop, I will have a link in the description below. Of course, if you try it out in your own game and like it, be sure to leave a thumbs up and a nice comment on the workshop page for Goons. That is it for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave me a like, leave me a comment below, and hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. As always, I'm your host, Mr. Spicy. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to keep it spicy this week, and I will see you in the next video.